Hi, I'm Brian Carruthers, and I'm so excited for you to take a few minutes to hear this incredible story that's changing so many lives, mine included. I used to be a real estate agent working 7 days a week. I call it 8 to faint. I was constantly on the grind, not being able to have time with my friends or my family, and I know what it's like to put the fork down at dinner, to go take a call to put out a fire so I wouldn't lose a deal, because I couldn't afford to lose a deal. Can you relate? Are you working a lot of hours? Are you worried about finances? Well, this project we're going to share with you right now is doing just that, because we're living in a world that is forever changed. We're in a work from anywhere revolution. One thing that we learned from the pandemic is that it caused us to take pause, a respite. A lot of us were working our jobs for a long time, and we actually had to assess, do I want to go back to that job? Do I want to do something different? Was I being overworked and underpaid? Well, now, because of that pause, a lot of folks are not going back to doing what they used to do, or they want something they can do on the side, where they can generate more income, they can have more time, more flexibility, and they can have independence. But my mentor, who changed my life years ago, he said, Brian, you might be working for the wrong kind of income. I said, what do you mean? How is there the wrong kind of income? He said, well, there's 3 forms of income. There's linear income, getting paid on what you do. You go to work, you get paid. You don't work, you don't get paid. Like if I sold a house, I got paid, but if I didn't, I was unemployed until my next sale. Then he said there's leveraged income, getting paid on what other people do. Would you rather be the real estate agent getting paid on just the houses you sell, or would you rather be a broker and get paid a little piece of the sales of a whole lot of other people? Leveraged income is a lot better than linear income, so I learned. And then he said the holy grail of income is residual income, where you do something once, but you get paid over and over and over and over again for what you did one time. And once I heard that, I couldn't unhear that. I needed to find a way to create that residual income so that I could let up off the gas pedal. I can slow down, enjoy my life, but my income would not have to slow down with me. And that's exactly what I found. The project we're going to share with you today has all 3 forms of income available to you. And look, anytime you're evaluating something you're going to devote some time to, a business project, there's 5 areas that you want to evaluate. You want to make sure the company is rock solid. You want to make sure that there's a need that is needing to be filled in the marketplace. Whoever solves the biggest problems for the most people make the most money in this world. You also want to feel great about the product or service that you're actually bringing to people, that it brings real value. The compensation, you want to make sure that all 3 forms of income are going to be available to you. But the most important is timing. The T in timing is way more important than the T in talent. And I want to encourage you to really pay attention right now as we're going to share with you what our company does, the value that we're bringing to people all across North America, and how you can position yourself to profit. And to do that, we're going to start off, I'm going to throw over to my partner, Miss Jackie Cote, and she's going to share with you all about this company, how proud we are, what we do, and exactly what our services do to help so many people out there. Jackie?
Thanks, Brian. My name is Jackie Cote, and I am so excited to share with you something that has been making a difference in so many lives, but also my life. I come from a family where I was told to work hard and study and be smart, and I could have whatever I wanted. And so I went into the field of journalism, became an award-winning TV reporter, and realized after working 60 and 80 hours a week that I could barely even pay my student loans. And so as I went to look at becoming an entrepreneur, a friend of mine shared with me this company that's already been impacting so many people, and that's Legal Shield. We've been around now since 1972, more than 50 years, and what I love about our company is that we've been able to protect and empower more than 4.4 million lives. And what I love is our vision. Our vision is to provide equal access to the liberty, equality, justice, and opportunity that every single human deserves. That's powerful. And when I think about our vision and our mission, it's one thing if I tell you that we're doing great things. It's another thing to know that we've been featured in Forbes, Yahoo Finance, CNBC, Bloomberg, the Better Business Bureau as a company that's just really making a difference for people. And so one of the things that we're doing is what's called disruptive innovation. And what I mean by that is, as if you've ever seen anything that's come along and made things simpler, easier, and more affordable, that's what we are doing. So if you think about how you used to shop back in the day, going to the mall, Now you order packages off of Amazon and they're there at your door the next day. Well, that's what we're doing when it comes to getting access to legal help. And that's what we've done with our mobile app, is we are giving people access to legal help right in the palm of their hands. What I love about this is that often we think, well, people need legal help only if they're doing something wrong or they're doing something bad. But the reality of it is that bad things happen to good people all the time. And what we're doing is helping people in these uncertain times. And sometimes that requires preparation. So what I love about what we're doing is helping people with everyday problems. And it could be as simple as you buying something online, or situations where one of my friend's kids was being bullied online and they tried talking to the parents and asking them to take the post down. The parents didn't do anything, and so they needed legal advice on how to go about making sure that their kids were going to be okay and be safe. Or if you've ever said, I need to speak to your supervisor. I had a situation where my car warranty wasn't being honored by the mechanic, and all of a sudden I'm like, you know what? Let me just have my lawyer get involved. And so that's what the power of our app does, is that we are making it so that you're able to get legal help. And that's just with a click of a button on our mobile app, where you can download it and get our lawyers to help you in these situations. And so I love that type of access. Now, the beauty of our mobile app is that there are so many different ways that you often will need help with a lawyer. The first is preventative, and that's making sure that before bad things happen, you're getting legal advice. Now, I used to Google to get legal advice. I'd ask my mom, I'd ask my husband. What I love about this is that you can actually call one of our lawyers who has more than 22 years of experience and just say, you know what, I need advice on. Or if you have a contract or document and you need that reviewed, a lot of times we sign things, we don't even know what it says, but being able to have our law firm take a look at it and give us advice on what to say, and then letters and phone calls on our behalf, that's huge. The other thing that we often need help with when it comes to legal help is life events. I think it's powerful to be able to have our law firms take a look at and do our will. I think about the fact that, I've got 3 little ones, and I remember when my daughter was born that her name wasn't even in the will, and she was 4 years old. And so being able to just tap and ask for our law firms to do the will, the living will, the healthcare power of attorney, the financial power of attorney was a lifesaver for us. We also help with traffic ticket assistance. And I know that some of us have teenage drivers, or maybe we drive like teenagers, and our law firms are there to be able to have a look at the ticket, be able to give you advice on what to do, sometimes even represent you in court. We also do civil trial defense. And, it's never fun to be named in a civil lawsuit, and being able to make sure that our attorneys are there to help you pre-trial, but also during the trial. We also help with tax audit assistance. And I think about when I was first thinking about starting a business, I remember being audited and not knowing what I did wrong, what I filed wrong, but having our attorneys there to walk us through that and help is huge. Our attorneys are also to help 24/7 for emergency protection. And I think about often, there are things that happen after hours. Maybe you're pulled over by the police, or you have a situation where you need that support, and that's one of the things that we're able to do. Not to mention that we do family and domestic services, and there is a 90-day waiting period for things like uncontested divorce, adoption, and name change. And so this is huge because we're able to do that for less than $1 a day. And I think about if I were to hire an attorney, or even if I were to ask you, how much would you charge for me to be my attorney? Chances are you would say it's hundreds of dollars. But because we're able to have partner law firms, and we have lawyers that have all types of different backgrounds, we're able to really provide the very best service at just about $1 a day. And so this is huge. Now, who's covered? We cover you, the member, but we also cover your spouse, your domestic partner, any children living in the home that are under the age of 26 or never married or in college, as well as any dependent children who are under the age of 18, and any physically and mentally disabled children that are living at home. Now, the other thing that we do that I love is identity theft protection. Now, we do this similarly where we have a mobile app, and on that mobile app, we do monitoring and alerts, and that's huge because the #1 fastest growing crime right now around is cyber crimes. And so being able to have someone who can monitor your social media accounts, the dark web. A lot of times we think the dark web is just something you see on TV, but it exists and people are exchanging information and passwords and things. And so our services are helping you to protect against that. Not to mention that we do privacy and reputation management. And I love that you're able to have our services support you with this because people are always searching you online and you want to have the very best reputation possible. What I love about what we do is that we also offer comprehensive restoration. That is $1 million in fraud protection, and we assign you a licensed private investigator who will do whatever it takes, as long as it takes, to restore your identity to pre-theft status should something ever happen to you. Now that's huge because that means you don't have to take time off from work and deal with some of the headaches that can happen should something happen to your identity. Now, this is really cutting edge, and I want to just take a second here to explain to you the power of what we're doing as a company. You know, often what happens is that you are going on sites, you're looking at different things, and sometimes you get exposed to malware. I know I've been guilty of that, where my husband has had to take a look at my computer. He's like, something's off. But with Trend Micro Maximum Security, we're able to protect your devices against malware. We're able to also make sure that when you're out and about at airports and coffee shops, that we have a VPN set up on your device so that you can log in without you having to be exposed to people that are trying to run scams on your devices. The other thing that we do that I love is Password Manager. And this is an opportunity for you to not have to try to remember all the different passwords to all the different accounts that you have. I know as a mom of 3 little ones, it's hard sometimes trying to even remember to do certain things with them. And so what I love about this is that you have one password, and that password helps log you in, but it also makes sure that your logins are encrypted and just that they're as safe and secure as possible. And so that's what the power of our ID Shield product provides. The other thing that I love is, especially for those of you that are thinking about buying a car or buying a home, being able to get credit counseling and education, as well as privacy management support all across the board. This is why what we're up to is making such a difference in people's lives. And this is why Forbes has ranked us #1 when it comes to identity theft protection, because we are the very best. And honestly, you deserve the very best of protection. And so what I love about what we're doing is that not only do we cover the individual if you're single, but if you have a family, we cover you, your spouse, and up to 10 dependent children under the age of 18 to be able to support and make sure that everyone in your home's identity is protected. And that's huge, especially as a parent. Now, I just want to ask you really quickly, how much is your peace of mind worth? How much is it worth to you to have help legally so that you don't have to be thinking about all the different things that can come along? How important is it for you to have identity theft protection? I know when I took a look at this, I love the fact that as an individual, I could get access to these services for as little as $49.90 a month. And if my family, getting my family access to these services, making sure that everyone in our household is covered and protected for just $64.90 a month. And then as a business owner, I think about so many different things that come up for small business owners, knowing that I can actually include my business in this protection and get that for just about $79.85 a month. And so this is huge, but what I want you to do is not look at this as an expense. I really want you to look at it as an investment in your peace of mind and your protection. And what I love is that when you are a member of Legal Shield, you also get access to what's called Member Perks. And Member Perks is incredible because it allows you to save on more than 400 vendors. So, you know, when you look at hotels or you think about places that you want to go get a computer from, it allows you to save money so that often what we're saving is more than what the plan is itself every month. And so, you know, as you look at this, I know that when I saw it, I started to think, man, I know we need it as a family, but I also started to think, who else do I know this could benefit? And so what I want to do right now is turn it back over to Brian Carruthers to share with you how you can really use this as a vehicle in your life to be able to not only help your family, but help so many others in the process.
Thank you so much, Jackie. You just reminded me why I signed up for these services over 20 years ago. I had never used attorneys before having Legal Shield, and now I've utilized the law firms 77 times. I call it the Don't Mess With Me app. Anytime anything stressful comes up in my life, I pull out the app, I utilize Legal Shield, and a lot of the stress melts away. And I know you all know tons of people who don't know about Legal Shield or ID Shield yet. And we want you, we need your help. We have less than 3% market penetration. That means 97 out of 100 people that you and I know have no idea that these services exist. That's why we need your help. We'll set you up with your own marketing associate website. Anybody that you refer to go get these services and they sign up, the company's gonna pay you 3 different ways. Remember at the beginning I said you want all 3 forms of income. Linear income, getting paid on what you do. Everybody you refer, they go sign up for the services. You're making anywhere from $70 up to over $440 in immediate income for every single referral. So that's your linear income. But now you also have the opportunity for leveraged income in your life. See, at your job, you've been being leveraged. Somebody else is getting paid on the work you're doing. But with Legal Shield, you introduce this opportunity to some other folks that you know who would love to have some side income. They would love to have the residuals. They come on board as an associate. Every time they sign somebody up, they get the full commission just like you did. Anywhere from $70 up to $448, but the company will also pay you an additional override. And those overrides, when a lot of folks start signing up that you have nothing to do with it, can add up to be a pretty big chunk of money. So you're getting paid when you're signing people up, you're getting paid when others are, but you're also getting paid residual income. So the upfront money that you can generate immediately is amazing. But a year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now, you're also getting paid monthly cash flow from each of those memberships for years to come. That's what I loved about Legal Shield, because I could have kept on selling houses in real estate and making a good living, but every single deal, every single year, it was first and 10 all over again. I wasn't building anything for me. At your job, are you building something for you? No, if you just have a business model that you're working part-time a couple hours a week, and let's say you just market 4 of these memberships a month, 1 a week, take a look at the numbers. Anywhere from over $300 to over $2,000 a month in extra income. How would your life be changed with an extra several hundred or with an extra couple $1,000s a month by marketing just 1 of these memberships a week? So let's say over the next 6 or 12 months, you build a small little team of 25 part-time people that are also marketing 1 of these memberships a week, 4 of them a month. Do you see what we're talking about here? That's over a 6-figure override income. So you've got an opportunity to be able to generate immediate cash flow while you're building up that long-term residual income. And we have a lot of fun doing this, you guys. We've got every single year, we've got hundreds of us that are going on exotic vacations, all expenses paid. We've got monthly cash bonuses. So we actually have fun while we're helping people and while we're building our own fortunes. And that's what I really love about Legal Shield. Now, how do you get involved? How do you become an associate and start a business? You don't work for Legal Shield. I don't work for Legal Shield. We own our own businesses within the umbrella of Legal Shield. You own it, you can sell it, you can will it to your kids. It's your cash flow. And to get started in the business, literally the price of a tank of gas. Now I drive an SUV, so maybe a tank and a half of gas, $99 one time up front, and you've got your own business going. To run the business, it's less than a price of a pack of straws every week at a restaurant or a coffee shop if you would own it, but $25 a month for everything that you need to operate your business. You're gonna have a mobile app to be able to send information to and from people. You're gonna have a back office, see your commission statements, your customer reports. You're gonna have everything that you need for literally less than $1 a day. So let me boil it all down for you. If you're a family, getting both services for you and your loved ones is $64.90 a month. Or if you're an individual, it's only $49.90 plus a $99 one-time fee, and you're up and running in your business today. And I said at the beginning, look, timing is everything. You know, a year, 2, 3 years from now, a lot of the people, most of the people that you know are going to have these services. Now, either you referred them or somebody else did. I hope that you have the vision to be able to actually recognize what is happening here in North America, giving people access to the legal system for the very first time that otherwise most of us were priced out of, protecting people's very privacy and identity. We get to do those 2 very empowering things, and we get to be able to build our own residual fortunes all at the same time. And not long ago, USA Today said, to us, this sounds like healthcare before it turned into a $1 trillion industry. So you're at the front end of something very, very big. Now, what do you do with this? Well, of course, after you heard what Jackie shared, how this is going to benefit you, you're going to be using Legal Shield 90 Shield on a regular basis in your life, get the services for you to use in your own life. But also, while you're at it, just add into the cart the $99 fee, become an associate with us. It takes about 3 minutes to get you all up and running. And then we will be able to help you develop a game plan. So even if you only have a few hours a week or maybe 20 minutes a day, we can show you exactly how to hit your financial goals with that limited time that you got. And on behalf of all of us here at Legal Shield, we definitely want to welcome you to our membership and to our team, and we look forward to building your future with you.